Friends, I did not get my video up in time, so technically this is going to be an oath fail. I'm now a day behind, but I'm going to cheat the system a little bit and actually put up a video right after this. The reason I'm late is because I ended up actually playing a game of 40K yesterday. Excuse me. So that's why I wasn't able to get it done. Almost completed it, but it didn't happen, and I really wanted to show the next video being the oath quote-unquote complete, even though it's a fail. So this video is actually going to be a slightly different format, which is right now while you're looking at my shark on my desktop and the questions here off to the side. So in the tradition of these challenge videos that I've been putting up, usually what I do is kind of show the progress first, and then at the end of the video answer the question. But because we are now complete with the army, what I wanted to do is actually answer the question and get all the annoying talking done, and then for the last half of the video just kind of show off the army silently and just let music play over it. So that being said, let's get to the question, which is, show us your favorite miniature that you've worked on so far. Well, unfortunately for me, I can't really answer that question because I've worked on over 100 models so far, and they've all pretty much been the same. So I'm gonna actually cheat a little bit and say that the skeletons were my favorite. I had a lot of problems with the zombies, and ultimately I'm not a huge fan of the sculpts. I hope you like what I ended up doing. Kind of went a little bit overboard, but you'll see what I mean by that here in a little bit. But the skeletons were definitely, it was a good feeling to get them done. Once that wash went on, once the Agrax Earthshade hit those models, it was magic. And I really like how they turned out for what I was trying to accomplish. So that said, the skeletons, every single one of them, they're a great model from GW, even the old ones. And actually, we'll be doing this. I actually went out and actually bought another box. So we'll probably be doing an unboxing of that at some point. If you'll recall, at one of my first videos, I can't remember which day it was, but I had a couple of strange models in my skeleton ranks. I couldn't figure out what was going on there, and it turns out that these new ones here, these are the new guys in the range now, and these guys are brilliant. Look at that. Look at I love these dudes. The amount of detail on them and clothing and whatnot is just, it blows the other skeletons out of the water, and I really liked the other skeletons as well. So, but if GW can do one thing right, it's make skulls, right? So they're probably pretty good at skeletons. I really liked them. I just like how everything turned out with them. There's still more to do on them. Eventually, sometime later, I'm likely going to take a dry brush to them and get a little highlight done for them. I was also thinking about at some point maybe trying out like green glowing eyes, kind of to show the power of them being under the influence of necromancy. So just kind of animated with this green glow. I haven't decided on that yet. I really kind of like the dusty History Channel ancient skeleton look. I don't know if I don't know if the green eyes will kind of ruin that illusion, or just make it something I'm not interested in a direction that I'm not interested in going. So that's still tumbling around in my head, but the highlights are eventually going to happen for sure. So they're not 100% done, but as far as done for this challenge goes, and done for having a completed Vampire Counts army that I could, you know, theoretically take to a tournament, they're done. They're done enough. The zombies at the very end got really fun, with which I kind of assumed was going to happen with the goring them up and going overboard. And I I say going overboard because I've heard on a lot of zombie tutorials they say be careful with the blood, be careful with the effects, because you can easily fall into that trap where it's just a blast and you just get going and you want to bloody everything up, and then eventually it just looks like a mess at the end. So I consciously made an effort to stay away from that, and I think it turned out pretty good. We'll see. We'll see what you think when you see them. The last time you saw the zombies, I believe the colors of their uniforms and clothing and weapons were blocked out, but I still hadn't done anything with the skin or any details, so you'll see those. But definitely the skeletons are my favorite. Okay, now let's well, actually, before we go over to the table and I show you the army, I do want to say that this challenge, although it's not over yet, we still have a week. This challenge has been an absolute blast, and at the beginning of this month, I had a box with several tubs of chemicals, and inside those tubs of chemicals were millions of little tiny bits with horrible paint stains and caked paint still on them that I got from just secondhand market, and they had been sitting in that chemical bath for months, because not only is it a very common thing for people in the hobby to, you know, procrastinate and put it off, at least for me it is. You know, when you get home from work or whatever, you don't really find taking bits out of a chemical bath and scrubbing them down with a toothbrush to be the best way to spend your time. So I just never did it. And because of this challenge, I'm now sitting here with a completed, all but completed Vampire Counts army that I think, for my very first project ever, I can say I'm honestly proud of it. Not only is it done, but it actually looks pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. So I just want to thank everyone involved with the challenge. Warboss Tay, thank you so much for having something like this that we can all follow and be a part of, and drive each other to do things that we've been putting off or just would never get to on our own. So I really appreciate it. And for everyone who's been leaving comments and subscribing to my channel and liking my videos, I words can't express how much I appreciate that. I really cherish every single comment and every single like and every single view. All of you out there who have told me, you know, to keep going, that they look great, that you can't wait to see the next part, it's because of you that I continue doing it, because there have been a couple days where I got home late from work, working overtime or something, and the last thing I wanted to do was break out the paint and break out the toothbrush or whatever. And so it's because of you that I have what I have now. So although we have a week left, I just wanted to thank everyone out there and just thank this challenge, because if it wasn't for this, these guys would still be in a chemical bath. I guarantee it. So thank you. And now, before I drone on too much, let's get to the fun part. Ladies and gentlemen, I present my Vampire Counts army.